AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
DND allocates 11.7 billion pesos for Philippine Army protection gear. Coastal town of Isabela achieves insurgency-free status. Government to increase 4-piece cash grants in 2026. Interagency task force to conduct weekly aerial inspection in Bataan oil spill.
Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, August 6th, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rolf Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, the Department of National Defense has allocated 11.7 billion pesos for the purchase of ballistic helmets and body armor to enhance the protection of 115,000 Philippine Army soldiers. A budget of 2.8 million pesos is set for the ballistic helmet project, while 8.8 billion pesos is earmarked for 115,000 units of military body armor. The bidding is open to local and foreign suppliers as per the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 9184. Bid submissions and openings will take place on August 20 at the DND building in Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A coastal town of Isabela achieved insurgency-free status. It was after the declaration of Dinapige in a simple ceremony yesterday, following Resolution number 2024-48 passed by the Sangguniang Bayan last July 8, 2024. It follows sustained military and police operations with no insurgent activities reported since 2021. The insurgency-free status is expected to bring peace and attract investors to Dinapige, the fourth coastal town in Isabela to receive this designation.
Armed Forces Radio.
For other updates, let us hear the details about Philippine Navy and German Defense Minister discuss enhanced defense cooperation. Go ahead, Rocky.
Yes, ROF, Philippine Navy Flag Officer in Command Vice Admiral Toribio Adasi Jr. and German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius discussed expanded defense cooperation during Pistorius' visit to the Philippine Navy headquarters. They conducted a comprehensive maritime briefing, reviewing current security challenges and strategies to strengthen maritime cooperation. Vice Admiral Adasi thanked the German Federal Ministry of Defense for their commitment in peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region. He also expressed anticipation for stronger ties and new cooperation areas with the German Navy. This is Rocky reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Rocky.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Inter-Cabinet Cluster Mechanism on Normalization Caravan successfully delivered government services to community of former Moro Islamic Liberation Front fighters at Camp Abu Bakar in Maguindanao and Camp Rahamuda in Cotabato. In a message read by Office of the Presidential Advisor for Peace, Reconciliation and Unity Director Wendell Orbeso, Presidential Peace Advisor Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. emphasized the importance of education, livelihood, and security as pillars for transforming former MILF camps into prosperous communities. Director Orbeso highlighted that the ICCMN Caravan also informed that the commissioned MILF fighters about the government's commitments. The caravan was conducted in collaboration with various national government agencies, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao ministries, and international partners.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A new People's Army combatant surrendered to the 78th Infantry Battalion in Barangay Vigan, General MacArthur, Eastern Samar. The rebel returnee was identified as Liza Paklita, a widow of guerrilla leader Joel Garino. 78th IB Commander Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Bugawan stated that she sought her relatives' help to facilitate her surrender, fearing for her life. Gaurino, the Squad 2 leader of the Apoy platoon, died in a clash with government forces last July 25. Bogawan credited Paklita's surrender to intensified security operations and engagement with the community.
Armed Forces Radio. Report.
We have a report coming in about agrarian reform beneficiaries to supply agricultural products to Philippine Army. Go on for the details, Jay.
Yes, Ruth. 9 agrarian reform beneficiary organizations will regularly supply agricultural products to the Philippine Army in Pili, Camarines Sur. This initiative by the Department of Agrarian Reform aims to increase farmers' income by providing a steady market for their agricultural and processed food product. Participating arbos come from Bumbon, Tigaon, Pili, Ocampo, and Naga City. Moreover, Philippine Army ensured to continue to collab with other stakeholders to raise their standard of living. And this is Jay Guarincanyo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jay.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Army commemorated International Humanitarian Law Month at 4th Bonifacio, Taguig City yesterday. The observance themed 75 years of commitment to IHL awareness, compassion, peace, progress. The strength of IHL in the New Philippines saw officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian staff reaffirmed their commitment to IHL. Army Commanding General Lieutenant General Roy Galido emphasized the importance of upholding human rights as the Army shifts focus to territorial defense.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the cash allowances for the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program or 4Ps is expected to increase in 2026. National Economic and Development Authority Secretary Arsenio Balisacan revealed this plan during a committee hearing at the House of Representatives. According to Balisacan, they have produced a study for the adjustment of grants for inflation to ensure that the purchasing power of the grant would remain the same. For the beneficiaries with a child enrolled in daycare, their cash aid would be increased from 300 to 350 pesos per month, while for those in junior high school, it would be from 500 to 600 pesos. And for senior high school, from 700 to 800 pesos.
Armed Forces Radio. Report.
From Palawan, let us hear more updates from Mitch about 3rd Marine Brigade highlights capabilities at SM Puerto Princesa.
In celebration of the 47th founding anniversary of the Naval Forces to West, the 3rd Marine Brigade participated in a static display at SM City Puerto Princesa on 04 August 2024. The event aimed to engage the public and showcase the Marines' capabilities and modern equipment. It attracted numerous visitors, including families and students, who were eager to learn more about the Marines and their role in national defense. Marine personnel were on hand to explain the uses and functions of the equipment, providing visitors with a deeper understanding of the Marines' work. The event also featured photo opportunities with the Marines and their equipment, making it a memorable experience for attendees. The static display at SM City Puerto Princesa was part of a series of events celebrating the 47th anniversary of the Naval Forces to West. It highlighted the importance of the Marines in the country's defense and the readiness to respond to various threats and emergencies. And that is the latest update. This is Mitch reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mitch from Palawan.
DWDD National News.
The Department of the Interior and Local Government Secretary Benhur Abalos Jr. announced that a weekly aerial inspection will be conducted by the Interagency Task Force to determine the areas affected and the extent of the damage caused by the Bataan oil spill. Abalos said this will avoid rumors or baseless information that may sow undue public panic in the oil spill incident. He reiterated that any form of fake news or misinformation will cause public alarm and panic. The DILG chief also assured that they will inform the public on the actual situation on the ground and highlight the government's preparedness in all aspects of the situation.
DWDD National News.
For the related news, the management of the sunken MTKR Terra Nova has addressed the allegations of involvement in oil smuggling. Portavaga Ship Management Incorporated spokesperson attorney Leonel Mohal Infante refuted the allegations. He said that the company only deals with reputable oil companies and it's always with contracts. He added that they always secure permits, licenses, and certificates from the Philippine Coast Guard, Maritime Industry Authority, and Philippine Ports Authority for every voyage.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear from Beth about 14th CMO Battalion facilitates barangay peace and order training in Tuburan, Cebu.
The 2nd Platoon of the 4th 7th Military Operation Battalion conducted a barangay peace and order training in Barangay Monte Alegre, Tuburan, Cebu. 25 barangay officials and peace officers participated. They also received lectures and a practical training on community justice, handicrafting, and self-defense from both the troops and the policemen. The training was aimed to enhance the knowledge and skills of local peacekeepers as part of the ongoing effort to maintain peace and order in community to contribute and the overall strengthening of the national security. This is Bethany reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for the stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine National Police committed to beef up its presence at train stations after data showed that there were around 80 crimes recorded in Metro Manila trains between 2023 and 2024. 44 of these are incidents of theft, 8 are sexually related, 6 are linked to fake bomb threats, while 7 involved the illegal carrying of firearms. National Capital Regional Police Office Deputy Regional Director for Operations, Police Brigadier General Rogelio Ponce Peñones said that at least 18 marshals have been deployed, while police desks are also being mounted in the 45 train stations. Meanwhile, Senator Rafi Tulfo urged the PNP to deploy police personnel in pairs and instruct them to regularly board trains.
DWDD National News.
The Land Transportation Franchising Regulatory Board assures that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. will not suspend the Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program. This came after 22 senators signed a resolution requesting to temporarily suspend the program. LTFRB Chair Teofilo Guadis III said that the President supports the modernization program and this will continue until the final stages. He added that no resolution can stop the government's program.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Gina about local peace team holds successful dialogue with NPA families in Samar.
Yes, Rof, the local peace engagement team led by Honorable Renato T. Cabael held a successful dialogue with families of active New People's Army members at Barangay Canbais, Motyong, Samar. It aims to address local issues and promote peace. Cabael encouraged families to convince their New People's Army relatives to surrender and avail of government services. The dialogue emphasized government benefits, including housing projects and amnesty programs, marking a positive step towards peace in the community. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
Significant progress in promoting job opportunities and human resource development has been seen in the country. According to Labor Secretary Benvenido Lagesma, this is in line with the socio-economic priorities of the Marcos administration. Lagesma underscored several major actions targeted at improving the employment market. These include comprehensive youth employment programs, extensive job fairs, and robust technical vocational education and training or TVET programs.
DWDD National News.
Filipino fishermen in the Sabina Shoal are worried over their livelihood as they lament that they were not able to make a catch for 3 months. This as the Chinese vessels continue to make their presence felt in the disputed area. Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard said that the government is still asserting its position in these waters. PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, said that they haven't heard any reports of Filipino fishermen being harassed by the Chinese Coast Guard.
Armed Forces Radio.
From First CRG, let us hear some information from Meljoy about NOCOM kicks off the International Humanitarian Law celebration.
ROF officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian human resources of the Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines kicks off International Humanitarian Law Month on Monday, August 5, 2024 in a simultaneous flag raising ceremony. This year's theme, 75 taong paninindigan sa IHL, Kamalayan, Kalinga, Kapayapaan, Kaunlaran, Kalakasan ng IHL sa Bagong Pilipinas, underscores their unwavering commitment to the principles of international humanitarian law. During the program, Northern Luzon Command troopers recited the Pledge of Reaffirmation of Commitment and Support for International Humanitarian Law, symbolizing their dedication to promoting and upholding IHL principles. Following this, they paid attention to the message from the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, delivered by Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, Philippine Air Force, the Commander of Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines. Additionally, Lieutenant General Buca led the donning of the Philippine flag patch to Northern Luzon Command personnel, reinforcing patriotism and solidarity. This initiative serves as a visible reminder of the Armed Forces of the Philippines' commitment to upholding Philippine sovereignty rights and territorial integrity. It aligns with the broader efforts of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to foster national pride and unity among Filipinos. This is Meljoy Nesh reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy.
DWDD National News.
Moving on to another story, Philippine National Police Chief Romel Marbil is urging the Kingdom of Jesus Christ leader Apollo Quiboloy to surrender to the authorities. He also assures that the PNP will follow the rules and human rights. This call was echoed by Police Regional Office 11 Director, Police Brigadier General Nicolas Torre III. He pointed out that the wheels of justice will only start if Quiboloy will submit himself to the jurisdiction of the court.
DWDD National News.
The Vietnamese Coast Guard ship CSB-8002 docked in Manila for the first time yesterday. They are here for a 5-day goodwill visit and joined exercises on Friday with the Philippine Coast Guard patrol vessel BRP Gabriela Silang. Commodore Arnaldo Lim, who represented the PCG in welcoming the Vietnamese delegation, noted that the cooperation is crucial for maintaining a safe and secure maritime environment. He added that it reinforces the strong bilateral ties of our two countries.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear a report on the ground about 11 Civil Military Operations Battalion holds send-off for CMO platoons. Go for the details, Spencer Ross.
Yes, Rob, the 11th Civil Military Operations Kaugnayan Battalion held a send-off ceremony for its Civil Military Operations platoons at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. The said activity was led by Lieutenant Colonel Jenny R. Orense and emphasized serving the community with respect and dedications. The platoons, led by 2nd Lieutenant Chilum May Ortega, Staff Sergeant Bernard Corpus, and 1st Lieutenant Geraldine Gamo, will be deployed in the National Capital Region to address community issues and deliver services to unprivileged areas. Relatively, Honorable Darwin Hayes, Barangay Chairperson of Loyola Heights, expressed gratitude for the collaboration with the military. This is Spencer reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer Ross.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Calabar Zone, more updates from Mela Mercado about PRO4A launches anti-illegal drug campaign.
A total of 5,046,334 pesos worth of suspected illegal drugs were confiscated by Police Regional Office 4A after being launched their anti-illegal drug campaign in the whole area of Calabarzon. In the data released by the authorities in the region, it resulted to the arrest of 200 individuals, which was cornered by the police within a week of operations conducted in the provinces covered of Calabarzon, consisting of Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon. Of those confiscated suspected illegal drugs include 740.81 grams of shabu and 73.55 grams of marijuana. PNP Region 4A Regional Director, Police Brigadier General Paul Kenneth Lucas said their campaign against illegal drugs is in accordance with DILG's BIDA program, Buhay ay Ingatan, Drogay Ayawan, and in line to Chief PNP's mantra sa Bagong Pilipinas, gusto ng pulis, ligtas ka. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado.
DWDD National News.
The Santa Cruz town in Davao del Sur has issued around 1,500 irregular birth certificates to foreigners from 2016 to 2023. 54 of these had foreign parents, particularly Chinese. During the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing, Attorney Lionel Cabardo, the legal officer of Santa Cruz, revealed that these birth certificates lacked attachments, therefore irregularly issued. Cabardo said that a certain job order employee facilitated the transactions. He did not name the said employee.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us in our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Ralph Susan for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.